Welcome Chaz Collins, Adam Warren to the RDD podcast right here live on TikTok every other Wednesday night, except for this month. I've had one every Wednesday night so far. So,
hey, we love that.
Yeah. So, man, I haven't. So Adam and I, a little bit of history between Adam and I. Adam, I've been trying to get this done for, man, 6 months, maybe longer. Like we've had it scheduled twice. This is the third reschedule. But we met through my good friend out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Jack Brassfield, an amazing songwriter. Chaz, if you ever need anybody to write with, dude, reach out to me. Jack is an awesome individual. Adam can vouch for him. His son, Jackson Ray.
Jack's amazing.
Yeah. Jackson Ray, his son, is amazing as well. Just great people all around. But that's kind of how Adam and I met. We met through Jack. Jack's a good friend of mine. And then Chaz and I, we just recently, I've followed him for a while on social media, and I've kind of kept up with him. But we actually met in person this past November at the Josie Awards. So
nice.
we got to actually do a little spotlight interview in front of the Grand Ole Opry, and so that was amazing. Good time.
Awesome.
And, happy to meet both of you guys. I really am. So welcome to the show. Appreciate you guys taking time out, of your personal lives to come hang out with me tonight and talk about you guys.
Love it.
Yeah. So
we just got off a cruise, so I'm still recovering.
I love it.
Hydration time.
We were in 10 to 12 foot seas on 1.5 of those days, man, and I have never. I like to deep sea fish all the time.
Yeah.
But, somebody playing a slot machine? I heard that. Man.
Yeah, it's the gifting going on.
I love it.
So, Mr. DJ Rittenhouse, if you guys don't know him, give him a follow. I'm actually his manager. Absolutely wonderful musician out of Maryland. And
nice.
He's selling his house right now, getting ready to move to Tennessee. And we've got some things going. He's got a new song he's getting ready to release, and we're going to get that up on the radio here pretty soon.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys give him a follow. He's an awesome individual. You love him.
Awesome. Make sure these folks send us messages.
Yeah, absolutely. Will do for sure.
Yeah.
So Chaz, you were out fishing, or what was going on?
Well, no. What I was saying was, I do a lot of deep sea fishing, so my sea legs are really good.
Yeah.
However, we were on this cruise ship. We played on the Margaritaville that left last Wednesday, came back on Monday. And we were in 10 to 12 foot seas and driving through cold fronts, cruising through cold fronts. I mean, when we were setting up Sunday night, it's doing this. The snare drum falls over. I'm like, oh my God! And you're inside a room, 400 capacity. Sounds big, but when you're rocking, it ain't that big.
Yeah.
I didn't get sick, but boy, let me tell you, you used muscles you haven't used in years walking on that ship.
You do, man. My wife's big on cruises. We've been on several, and we've been on a couple that we've hit rough waters, man. It's no joke. It's no joke.
What I was telling everybody was like, hey, it's like everybody here that's not drinking, you look drunk. So if you have a few drinks, you're swaying. It might balance out, and you'll walk.
Yeah. If you get the right rhythm, you might counteract the swell.
Exactly.
Hey, Chaz, come on! This is a fantastic idea.
It is. I've tested that theory a few times.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. So cruise ship, Margaritaville. So you performed, obviously, man. How'd that go? Like, how was the actual performance?
It went great. We worked with a group called Rock MSC. And it's a great time. This is the second cruise we've been on with them. It's funny. He's called Rock MSC, but there is also an MSC cruise line.
Right.
And the first time we did it, we were on an MSC, and then this time was Margaritaville. And it was an honor to do it this year, even more than the first time I ever did it, because we've grown enough to where we were able to headline the whole cruise.
Nice.
And there was 9 other killer bands out there with us.
Yeah.
And the fans showed so much love for us. It sold out. That's a heck of an honor. I've done it long enough to have the fan base, but I'm not commercial like your Tim McGraws and Kenny Chesney's yet.
Yeah.
um, and to do something like sell something out that's going to leave the United States, that's another feather in the cap, you know.
Yeah.
And
Come on.
out to all the fans for supporting country music, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Fun
Especially
times, man.
independents like yourself, you know.
Yeah.
You support the independents. You were there at the Josie Awards, so
Yes, sir.
those are the people that are closest heart to me, because they're the people still left that are about the music and about the fans.
Yeah.
Yes, we all trying to make money, but everyone needs to win. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Man, I preach it all the time that, you know, social media has changed the independent world for sure. And if we can just get rid of that little bit of stigma that's left, that it's a competition between each independent artist, it's not. That's what the industry wants independent artists to believe and think, and that we're stronger together. And when I say we, I mean I'm deep in this industry just as much as you guys are. I'm not a singer, I'm not a performer, but I'm in the middle of what all you guys are doing, and I'm pushing you guys, and I'm meeting with you guys, and I'm interviewing you guys, and so giving another avenue of exposure. All that is, as independent artists and independent companies like myself, man, we could take over the industry if we really wanted to. 100%. It's just getting some people out of that mindset of it's a big competition. We're in competition. This artist here, independent, he started about the same time it is. I don't want him to outdo me, right? Well, why not work together? Why not work together and outdo the industry as a whole, right? Let's get rid of the gatekeepers, and let's make music about music again, and not so commercialized, man. I love it.
100%.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm with you on that 100%, man. And you still have to weed through some. I've tried doing that here in Florida, and you just have some folks that come in that are really green in the business, and you try to help. And it's just like any business. You'll have a few bad eggs. You just gotta disconnect. No hard feelings. They'll once they figure things out and they know the etiquette and what you do and what you don't do in the business.
Yeah, and you can only help those that want to be helped.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. So all you can do is try. All you can do is try.
Yep, it's something I learned a long time ago. Is you could do a lot of talking, but if you just listen, maybe more than you talk, then you'll actually probably get better results, because
Amen.
You've always got something to learn. Yeah.
Hey, we didn't come here to preach. No, that's okay.
That's
Preach
right.
away when it comes to that, man. I'm just kidding. No,
yeah,
seriously.
I mean, it's all hard though, right?
No,
it's all hard though, right? Because I'm sure you do it just like I do it. Chaz is like, I'm from a competitive background, and it's like I do agree that it's so cool, coming from racing dirt bikes and racing supercross in my background, where it's like everybody's kind of against everybody. But in the music world, it's so big that there's so many people able to eat. It's not just like one or two different things. But I think where the competitiveness comes from, and all the artists, is just want to be, you want to make the best songs you can make, and unfortunately, the way that this whole industry is built is just by like, you get a little bit of that feeling of success and feeling that you made something well by the amount of streams and the recognition you get, and that comes with making money as well. So it's definitely a hard balance to not be competitive, because, whether we like it or not, it is competitive. But I do agree with you. We are stronger together, and we got to stay together, and just, the power of collaboration is crazy,
Yeah, absolutely. It is 100%.
And I am with you on the, I call it a friendly competition. And that is that's exactly what you're doing is, yes, unfortunately you do have to put yourself first, but when you get there, pitch to the other guy, at least give him a few pointers, and because I was in Nashville, when I moved there, was people couldn't tell me what to do, but they could tell me what not to do. What they have learned is a bad move all the way around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give them some guidance like that and all. I mean, they really need to pay their dues just like everybody else. There is a value in your contacts and things that you built. You don't freely give because you worked so hard to get there.
Yeah.
And you earned that, believe it or not, you're hurting them by giving them what you earned.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to appreciate it as much as you do. The chances of them putting what you put into it is going to be slim to none. They're going to kind of take it for granted most of the time.
Well, not only that, Chaz, but like, dude, there's levels to it. You know what I mean? Like, if you haven't gotten to the level that you need to be at yet, then, you know, you might jump the gun and you might get this too soon, and then you blow that shot, you know? And it's like, you have to kind of, there's no way around earning what you have to earn as an artist. You know what I mean? Whatever that might be, you know, it's just like all my songs that I've done. It's just like over the years, you get better and better and better. And you think back on it and you're like, oh, I thought that was like the biggest, best song in the world. And you listen to it, and you're like, oh man, I can't even believe people played that song back then. But you know, it's just, it's funny how it works. You gotta live and you gotta grow, and you gotta let life happen, you know?
So Adam, you've kind of got a little bit of an interesting journey, because if memory serves me right, you kind of started out doing rap. Like, you're from California.
Yeah.
So rap's kind of a big thing out that way, you know, East Coast, West Coast. It's always kind of been a big thing. And then you got your Dirty South. I get all that stuff, but you know, it's you transition from rap or hip hop to now you're doing pretty much mostly like country, or with country with a mix of rock kind of.
Yeah, totally.
So so kind of, I mean, talk about that a little bit if you want to.
No, I love it. It's like, well, it all kind of started out when I was really young, you know, like I love music, you know, and at that time, Eminem and Dr. Dre and all those guys were really, really hot, you know, and don't get me wrong, I was listening to Alan Jackson and all that stuff back in the day, but the reason that I got into rap is because my dad and my brother and I, we'd go on trips, you know, and we'd go on really long trips to like Tennessee to the amateur nationals racing dirt bikes. And so we would flick on the radio and we would come up with our own lyrics, you know, and, you know, all the popular radio stations were, you know, hip hop radio, you know, whatever that might be. It was like, that was like kind of the popular radio station. And we had to do something to pass the time. You know, so we would just sit, and this was before, you know, iPads and iPhones, you know, I think the first iPod just came out type of deal. And so we'd be flipping through and we'd be coming up with our own lyrics for hours and hours and kind of like, you know, freestyling, you know, for a lack of a better word. It wasn't really that, but I just loved music wholeheartedly. And that's kind of where the whole rap thing stemmed from. But, you know, I grew up on a ranch. 15 miles from a stoplight. You know, when I was a kid, I was working on tractors, digging, you know, my parents own a fence company, you know, where it's like I was digging fence post holes, putting up barbed wire, you know, the whole 9 yards. But, you know, that's kind of how it got started. And, you know, I sang about what I loved, and that was riding dirt bikes at that point. And the more and more I made music, I just never stopped doing it through my whole career, because it truly is like my passion. You know, I was lucky enough to have a professional supercross career that lasted 13 years with a factory team, and I loved it, but I always rode dirt bikes. You know, and
is that how you and Jackson met? Because I know Jackson's big into motocross.
That's exactly how we met. So
I'm putting two and two together now.
There you go. And so, you know, to make a long story short, as I kind of got in later parts of my career, you know, and started having kids and realizing how many stories that I had, I realized my true self was, you know, a country rock kid. And I think I blend a little bit of hip hop, but I really love true country, and I stick to that. And that's kind of how that whole thing evolutionized into what it is today in Adam Warren. So
that's awesome, cool. Man. So it's funny because when I first met Jack, and he was giving me kind of the rundown on a lot of that he was writing with, and one of them was you had just kind of started writing with him at that point. And he was like, Eldon, I'm telling you, you're gonna love this dude. Like he started out doing rap, but I'm telling you, this dude is country as it comes. I'm telling you, like it was like, I was like, okay. And that piqued my interest. And because of this, I mean, I grew up in that era too, you know. I graduated high school in 1995, man. I was I was back when the NWA and when it was all
that's all that they were playing.
Yeah, exactly. So I grew up and again I grew up on a farm. I grew up out in the country. I fed the chickens and horses and all that crap growing up, right?
Come on.
So I was country, but I was also a little hood. I still am. So
hey, we all got that side, you know what I mean? We're gonna be playing country music all day long, but we're going to throw on a rap song or two every once in a while.
I'm telling you, 100% I'm going to throw on some rap, man. I guarantee you. And then you
hey, Chaz is loving this. Look at he knows. Yeah, Chaz knows.
Yeah, I know. I see him. And look, and when Colt Ford came out, I was like, what? Like, it was a whole new world, right? I'm like, what? Country rap. Let's go. Like,
I think you just made a new genre, country hood.
Country hood.
That's where you just get a little more edgy, just where country radio won't play you, but enough.
I mean, I don't know if you can go support
Eldon,
the
we're
blue,
gonna save
but
that
F the
for
police
you.
at the
We're
same
gonna
time.
save
I don't
country hood for you, Eldon. You got that one covered, my boy.
Oh, this is great. Good stuff. Country hood. Look at Living Loud right there. If you don't know her, grab her up. That's she's one of my moderators and she's assistant, helps me out with some of my graphic design. She did this.
Oh, come on. Looking good.
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to Living Loud. So let's switch it up a little bit here. Talk to Chaz a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk to Chaz.
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Country hood.
Eldon's gangsta. So
wow.
That's fun stuff, man. So what about you, Chaz? Like a little bit about your background, man, and kind of how you got started into music and all that, man. Tell us the good stuff.
I'm very similar as far as the country rock. So I actually grew up more of a 80s rock fan.
Okay.
I listened to a lot of the big hair bands.
Yeah, me too.
My favorite of all time is Def Leppard.
Yeah.
But Def Leppard, Cinderella, Twisted Sister, that's what I grew up on listening. And my family, a lot of times they were playing a lot of, the more traditional country. But then they're playing like, Ray Charles. And so I'm from New Orleans originally. So there was a lot of soul in the music that we listened to. And ironically, I was not a fan of country back then because I was a kid. We wanted the club music. We wanted the what would you call it? I guess 80s is it electronica or whatever?
Yeah. That was big in the 80s. Yeah.
All that stuff. All that's
kind of how techno got its start. Right.
Yeah,
like
whatever all that is.
It just kind of transitioned and everybody just kind of started calling it techno.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'm very diverse. Like big hair. My brothers and sisters are all older than me, so 80s hair bands. And then I had my own. I loved country still, but also rap because that was the generation I grew up in. So I'm very, very diverse in my music. Like I'll listen to any of it. I love big hair bands. Like
and then you get into the alternative. We all had that. Eve,
come on,
Push, all those guys. So. I loved all of that music. However, the day, and this could be sacrilege for some country fans, the day I started loving country music was when I heard the song "Don't Take the Girl." When I heard that song, I was like, "Wait a minute," because it hit me. Like,
hold on,
feel that, right?
Yeah.
Then I went back and listened to the Johnny Cash and George Jones. I'm gonna go. Well, it wasn't that I didn't like country. My family was just playing the wrong stuff.
Right.
Hey, come on. Right, Chaz?
I was like, wait a minute. And wrong for me, because I'm like, Johnny Cash, hell yeah. George Jones, I mean, dude, I can listen to George Jones on a 7-hour trip and just spin every song he's got.
Exactly.
Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings.
Yeah.
I like them too, but the George Jones, Johnny Cash, you throw that in and then put in some Elvis, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's what I listened to, and that's kind of what molded me into being a country fan. And I joined a rock band at first and then realized my voice is just not cut out for that. I can't sell it as me. I love listening to it, but it's not who I am as far as performing. And so I started doing country at a karaoke bar, little 99-person karaoke bar in Belle Chase, Louisiana, where I'm originally from.
Okay.
And this guy walks in from Greenhouse Records of all places.
Yeah.
Greenhouse Records, and unfortunately he's passed away now, but he came in there and saw me, and I'm kind of fast forwarding here because I went to Nashville, made a quick CD, and came back.
Yeah.
Of course. And I'm selling CDs. I'm gaining a fan base, and I'm a karaoke singer.
Yeah.
And I sang since I was 9 years old in church and all that. But
Okay.
then I was like, okay, wait a minute, this could be a legitimate business for me. Like I'm doing really good with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I put a band together, had everything lined up. Greenhouse Records signed us. I was getting ready to start. It was his grandfather that worked for Warner Brothers, so he had his own little hip hop rap label. Here you go. You could have been in on this one, man.
Yeah.
With that country
That's
music.
funny.
But
I love it.
But anyway, to tell you the long story short on that was Hurricane Katrina hit. And it hit while this was all going on. And so all the investors backed out the label and all that. And I was like, okay, so what's the deal before anything happened? And I was like, well, if I can be in this little bitty town of Belle Chase and get a record deal, surely I can go to Nashville and get it. So I moved the night before Katrina hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
To Nashville, and 2 years working at the Wild Horse Saloon there, made my contacts. 2 years later, I was on the road for my first 13-week tour by myself, knowing nothing. I didn't know how to run PA. I bought it all, but figured it out on my own, ran my own sound.
Yeah.
Had no schooling. And then
Self-made,
the rest is history, man.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. That is. That's awesome, man.
A lot of ups and downs as anybody,
So let me ask you this, man, because and it I mean it was kind of different back then, but probably not too much different than it is now. But it's no big secret that Nashville hasn't gone up on their rates in Lower Broadway in forever. I mean, those guys still get like $75 a night. It's
better than when I was there.
Yeah. So basically, what is, I mean, like there's this stigma about Lower Broadway in Nashville, and I feel like it's kind of a, I mean, this is just me, and I might get in trouble for this, but I don't care. I feel like it's kind of a trap,
I
right?
use that word all the time.
Yeah, I mean, these guys get sucked into playing night after night after night, and let's be honest, I mean, most of them wind up becoming alcoholic lushes, and because they got people buying them drinks all night long, right? And
Yeah.
and I see it like every time I'm down on Lower Broadway, man. I just sit back and watch, and I'm like, man, these guys are just drinking their lives away, man. And some of them are really good musicians and deserve a lot better.
Yeah.
Man, what would be like the one piece of advice you would give to somebody like that that's just stuck in that rut of that stigma of Lower Broadway?
Oh, it's funny you say that. I can't tell you how many times I've told people what I'm about to tell you right now. I just told someone on the cruise that's talking about moving to Nashville. So I played a couple of places on Broadway, but never doing the Broadway thing. I always toured to make my money, to build my fan base. The biggest advice I could get is come there. If you absolutely have to play Broadway, I would tell people not to.
Yeah.
And I say that because number one, you're worth more. Number two, no one's going to discover you on Broadway, so you're wasting your time there.
There you go.
And number three, you're going to get burnt out. So when you really find that moment, maybe it's that investor or that one person that actually does want to help you and work with you on something, you're going to be so burnt out that you're not going to be 100%. It literally is going to bring your morale down because you're not able to be yourself. You're not able to be an artist on Broadway. You have to be a cookie cutter like everyone else, play the same songs. They don't want to hear your stuff. They don't care about your stuff.
Covers.
And so you're not going to individualize yourself as an artist. So I would say go down there, watch the bands, try to pick some of your players that are willing to do both maybe to help you get started over here with your original content. It's a great way to network. But
absolutely,
do not get stuck in those shifts, playing 4 hours, no break.
Yeah.
You're going to hate the business before you even start, and it's unfortunately it's going to take your steam.
So I'll tell you, a really good friend of mine, actually getting ready to marry one of my best friends, Tyler Garrett and Sarah Beth Brewer. Sarah Beth Brewer is one of my best friends in the entire world. And Tyler Garrett started. He was playing downtown Nashville, but that's how he built his band. And now he's not. Like he walked away from, and he's traveling doing different shows. Yeah, absolutely. So I would say, like, my advice is, it is a good way to build a band, like you said, networking, right? But don't get stuck in that rut. Don't feel like you have to be there, because that's what the industry wants.
Yeah. Well, you got these young kids coming. Oh, if I play on Broadway, the heart of Nashville, I'm gonna make it. And it's like, here's the thing. I look at it, and I won't get in trouble on this because it's very well known. The businesses down there take advantage of the musicians.
Absolutely.
If musicians would be smart and take advantage of that situation, like we're talking about, to put your band together, to form your brand, find yourself in what you're doing. Just do it long enough to find who you are and the direction you want to go, and the people that want to join that vision with you. And then you can use them to catapult your career and step away.
Yeah.
So, use it for what it's for. They'll get what they need out of it. Everybody will win, because it's going to be a melting pot anyway. They're never going to run out of musicians that are willing to play for free, willing to play for pennies, for just some people just for the fun, but some.
And you'll notice some of them will play multiple bars. Like, they'll be at Whiskey Bent one, and then 2 hours later they're at Teddy's Tavern, whatever, right?
Yes.
They're so big, they have to survive, right? I mean, that's the only way they're getting their money, because they're stuck in that rut.
And they don't want to tour. A lot of them don't want to leave home, or they have families and kids. You have those, and then you have people like my old drummer for 5 years, Mark Niemer. You guys may know him, but he was just on the road with Mark Chestnut, and he does. I mean, that man has played with so many people. He's played the Grand Ole Opry with bigger artists, I'd say in the 40s, like 47, 48 times.
Yeah.
But he just messaged me the other day, "Hey man, when you come into town, let me know." He said, "I missed you the last time. I was playing 3 shifts on Broadway here and this and that." And it's like, that guy, the way he uses it, to me is smart, because it's, I'm not playing. I want to keep my chops up. Same thing with Dink, Toby Keith's old bass player. You'll see him down there.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason he's down there is, hey, I'm going to make a little bit of money instead of sitting at home practicing to keep my chops up. He's not trying to build it on Broadway. He's trying to sustain. If you use it that way, phenomenal idea. That keeps your chops up when you're not playing,
Yeah. The way I tell people really is this: is you use Broadway to network. If you want to make money on Broadway, get into security. Because seriously, I mean, the security guys, they're making more money than those artists are up on the stage for sure. 100%. So, and I actually knew a couple of guys not too long ago that they were doing both. They were artists and working security, because they made more money doing security. So they'd get in doing, they'd get in good with the security company while they were playing their gigs, and then they're working both. But so good talk, man. Good stuff for sure.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So Adam, what about you, man? Like, the majority of your, so where do you normally perform? Like, I don't, because I don't hear Jack don't talk a lot about, like, his artists he works with doing a lot in Nashville and stuff like that. Although some of them have, I know a couple of them have, but I didn't know about you.
Yeah, so I mean, this is probably going to surprise both of you guys, but I've only performed a few times in my life, and that's because, I've raced Supercross for so long, and that was, that's how I made my living, and that's what I dedicated my life to since I was 3 years old, and so all I've really ever had the ability to do, and kind of like my expertise is running the studio, and I've taken pretty much all my funds and put it into, building a studio at my house that is really legit, and spent all my time into just making music in general, so I can go in my house, in my garage, go in there and make a full song fairly quickly from top to bottom, mix it, master it, whatever I need to do. Now, with that being said, I have had Jakir King mix and master a couple of my songs just to get it to another level. But, I think that's one of the big things, that you guys are talking about, is wanting to be heard as an artist.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the hard things about Nashville. And that's why I've kind of never taken that route, is I've heard that story so many times, is that you get caught into singing other people's songs, and I've lived I mean, racing Supercross, boys, I feel like I've lived 7 lives.
Yeah.
You know, and it just, I have so many stories to tell, and I've learned so many lessons. And I really think that's a whole nother reason that I changed from rap to country music, is because the way I write and the way I think, it's a story, you know, it's a lesson. And I just got so over the whole, what's the next metaphor you can come up with, you know, and I want to tell a story. I want to, you know, let the fans know that, hey, I've been through this and this is a lesson I learned. And hopefully, you know, maybe you've learned this, and hopefully you didn't get all the way to the end where I ended up, right. You know, and you can maybe learn a little something from this song. But yeah, you know, I put a lot of my focus on making music, making original content, and getting it out there. And you know, in these next couple of years, for sure, I'm gonna work with Jack as well, and really try to make a push. But I don't think that'll happen until, you know, I get the my next big song in the few millions, you know, streams wise, and kind of target that audience and figure out where it's gonna go. You know, I'm obviously just starting up with Adam Warren. So, which has gone really good with my first song, This Old Truck. We put out that cover of Simple Man just because that was a song that, you know, I've listened to that song since I was a little kid. I mean, little kid, and I love that song. And it was right around Christmas, and so I kind of got advised to like not put out any original content around Christmas. So we wanted to put something out, you know, and so that was kind of Simple Man. And now January, February, we got Hard Work and Chasing Me, and Hard Work is a song that Jack and I wrote together. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's all. So you guys, you and Jackson also had a music video that you guys shot in Tulsa not too long ago. So I was invited to be a part of that, and I just couldn't make it. I was so like, oh man, I wanted to be there. I really did. And then after I saw the video, I was like, God, that would have been so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We did a performance at the top of the Mayo. Yes. Inside there at the bar, at the rooftop bar. And wow, people were so hyped on the song. And everything went really, really good. And that actually got some traction over in England, and I think Jackson's going to go over there and do a little radio tour and promote that song called "What I Want." So that's super cool. That was a fun song. You know, Jack and I brought that song actually to Jack. I had it almost finished, but it was missing a verse. Yeah, and I was like, dude, Jack, I don't know. I can't figure this out. Can you help me out? Let's finish this song. And Jack played it, and I guess Jackson was in there. And Jackson was like, dude, I need this song. And originally he was like trying to, he's like, dude, I want to put this out, you know, solo, like just for himself. And I was like, what if we just sing it together, bro? I love this song too. I mean, that's like the first half of the story too.
It was a great collaboration. It was.
It was really fun. And that song came out awesome. And it's going good.
Nice.
I wanted to make a comment real quick say a comment on what you were talking about, Simple Man. So that's a song when we perform it live is probably one of the biggest reactions we get from a cover song. But you would appreciate this very much. Of course, I never got a chance to do it, but I kind of came up with my own version of it. And Ed King, before he died, I had never met Ed King, but my guitar player, CJ Dubasson, who I've written a couple of the songs that's out now with, he was real good friends with Ed King, and he told Ed about our version of it, and Ed was actually going to go in the studio. He was considering going in the studio and playing bass on our version of Simple Man, which would be like the nod. And then he passed away before we could make it happen within like 3 months of that discussion, which just made me think of that when you said Simple Man. I was like, man, I mean,
that's incredible. I mean, to have him even consider it is like, I mean, you want to talk about one of the most legendary songs in history, like over all platforms. It's got to be in there. Simple Man has to be, right?
Yeah, he's the guy that Ed King's the guy that wrote "Sweet Home Alabama."
So what's funny about that song?
Really?
And everything, yeah.
That's legendary.
Legendary.
It just made me think of it when you said that.
So
that would have been just something cool.
It's simple, man. Is it like it just it resonates with a lot of people, right? And I mean, I'll tell you. So, my mentor and somebody who kind of kept me, and actually, we lost him to cancer, but Brace Irons is a good friend of mine. Brace Hitchcock. He was a very strong voiceover personality, radio personality, and when he passed away, we lost him to cancer. It really, because he always tried to push me and keep me in media. Like, he's like, dude, you got the voice for it. You need to be doing it. Like know, so he always so he was kind of my mentor, really good friend. My son went to school together. So, they were in Boy Scouts together. So but when he was alive, his ringtone was Simple Man every time he called me. So I know it was him, because it was like, so that song gets me every time, because I automatically think about, my good friend and mentor, Brace Irons. So, yeah.
Man, isn't that just the coolest though? Like, that's what I love about music, is just like those moments that you reflect on that mean so much in your life, that are with that melody and that tune. And it's just something you'll never forget forever. And I don't know why it sticks with us so much, but as being a musician and an artist, and Chaz, I know you know this too. It's like, there's something about music that just is inside you that you can't get rid of. And it's one of those things you don't want to get rid of, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's like the old saying, someone had asked, I can't remember what musician it was. He's a legend. And they said, well, when you get too old to perform music and all that, and he goes, and you retire and you decide to just, go away into the sunset, how do you think you'll be when you do that? And he goes, why would I retire from something that I love? He says, until they put me in the ground, I'll have a song and I'll play music. Amen. And that's it. And I was like, I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I understand that.
Yeah. I'll have a earbud in my ear or a radio playing on my deathbed. There's no question about it.
Absolutely. There's going to be music at my funeral. I guarantee you. It might be all music. I don't even need a preacher to stand up there. We'll just tell my life with the music, okay? Yeah.
Hey, there'll be a song for it, let me tell you.
I'm telling you, 100%. There's probably a lot of songs to define my life and my journey. So... so we heard from Adam about some of his new stuff he's got coming up, some of the stuff he's been working on, and so Chase, I know you also. This is one of the exciting things about this interview, and kind of why I put you two together in the same week, because you both have music getting ready to release pretty close to the same time. So I was pretty excited to have both of you, and everybody makes comments right now, and I don't know if you saw them earlier, but you guys are color coordinated. Like,
I know. I was like,
so I'm the oddball over here with my blue and black and gray. So,
hey, we got the memo, my boy.
Yeah,
Eldon, I don't know what you're doing. We're country. We know what color to wear. We're not country hood like you.
I thought y'all were gonna send me the memo of like, hey, we're gonna do this, but I got left out, man. I don't know.
That's funny.
Always the host, always the host. All you gotta
do is take the hat and turn a little bit.
Come on, country hood.
I do have my black palm leaf up there on the corner of my TV. I don't know if you see it up there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I could put that on and match Chase a little bit. But I wouldn't be able to have my headphones on either. So, anyway, you got some new music coming out too. And let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I started working with Jeremy Westby, 2911 Media. Started working with him as my publicist in March, and that with the combination of the music we're putting out and everything has been great. That was March last year. We put out a song called Time With You with a music video. It resonated with a lot of people. And here's what's crazy. We're talking about all these people that think you got to be in Nashville. I'm in Florida now 6 years. But when I released that song, next thing you know, Virgin Music wants to do a distribution deal with me. Okay. So that happened on a new song. I wasn't in Nashville. I was in Florida. Mm-hmm. Put it out. Time With You did great for us. then we followed it up with She Gave Me That Look. It did good. Then we came out with No Place I'd Rather Be, which has been huge. We were 2 weeks at #1 on Taste of Country with that. And then now we've put out Slam Bam. That's the newest single. Oh, thank you, sir.
Heck yeah! Congratulations.
I was playing Slam Bam before, while I was waiting y'all to come in before I played Adam's cover. Yeah.
Well, hey, just in my defense, I've never done a TikTok podcast. Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, am I on my page? Am I on his page? Wait a minute. I got to give it the time. So I heard you say that, and I'm like, what was that movie? I'm new. I don't know what to do. So, but we're here. But Slam Bam, I'm super proud of, man. That song is out now. The music video is out. We got a chance to film the music video down at the ranch in Fort Myers. A big shout out to Kill Devil Films for doing that. You might have seen some of his stuff with the group Saliva. It's really funny because he's like this goth metal dude, and he's filming country music videos with me. It's awesome. Hell of a mix. Okay. And there's a brand new line dance that came out to that Slam Bam. It's called copperknob.com. And we're about to do a big push with that with February 10th, 11th, and 12th. I'm going to literally doing 19 interviews in 3 days.
Wow.
I just found out today, and I said, well, I guess I won't plan anything for those 3 days.
Yeah, straight up, huh?
But it's a huge push for that song, and we, it was one of our stronger songs. We were talking about Leonard Skinner. It was on hold originally for the Van Zant brothers, the country duo there, and they passed on it. And so I was like, well, I'll cut it. And things kind of snowballed from there. And then we got 2 more singles coming out soon called Still Here. And let's see, what was it? Still Here. I'm trying to remember the second one. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
I know making so many songs kills you, huh?
It does. It does.
I don't know why. Oh, Before You Go. Still Here and Before You Go. Now, talking about Before You Go, that'll remind you of the movie The Notebook. That's going to make some people have to hold back tears because it's real. Everybody can relate. But our music video will be coming out soon called This Bar Sucks. Now, that one you'll love. That one you'll get a kick out of. It's very comical.
Yeah,
That's
it sounds
awesome.
like it. I'm excited for it already. Just the name.
Great
just
title.
Like,
Great title.
Absolutely.
Shirts sell like crazy.
Yeah.
People want to take it home to that, to that little hole in the wall bar they hang out with and walk in with the shirt because they know it's a conversation piece.
100%.
Man, I can't meet girls. I'm not good at talking to girls, but I wear this shirt. They're going to ask me about it. And I'm like, I got something.
So I just want to throw out there that I'm just going to throw this out there. You guys take it how you want it. But I just recently joined a talent agency. And,
come on.
So with my wonderful voice that I have, very projective.
Yep.
I'm actually trying to break off into extend the media into some entertainment. And so I don't know, you can, maybe I'm modeling Joe Rogan. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be an actor, or maybe I'm going to do podcasts. I'm going to do some radio, whatever. I'll just do it all.
Come on.
Host Fear Factor, whatever. I don't care. So I did. So if you guys ever need anybody in your music videos, I'm just throwing it out there.
I love it.
I'm inspiring to be an actor. So.
Yes. We love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw in a hint here, and I hope I'm okay to say this.
Okay.
This Bar Sucks. If we ever decide to do a remake, it has a cross-dressing bartender. I'll be sure to call you on that.
Dude, I love you, Chad.
Hey, you gotta take the job, my boy.
I
you
love
want to
you,
be an
Chaz.
actor, you gotta do it all. You gotta start from the bottom.
I'll do it. I'll sign me up. Let's go.
No
I
shame.
ain't scared.
Eldon, come on. You gotta be versatile.
Hey,
Yeah, there's a hint for the video now. So now you know.
Oh, that's great. I'm ready for the video, Chaz. Let's get this on.
Let's go, Chaz.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna catch a little hell like Jason Aldean did with Small Town. But hey, like they say, any publicity is good publicity. So
let's go.
Everybody's gonna give you hell about something. Come on.
DJ Rittenhouse says my boy's gonna wear a man thong.
Oh my God, you could really make it bad and wear that mankini that Borat wore. You know.
Oh, jeez. Boys, we're getting in too deep now.
This conversation just went.
I ain't got a big enough shovel for this one.
Oh man, Chaz, you and I get along real good, brother. I can tell you, I like your sense of humor, man. I didn't.
Oh,
I got
that's
to talk
great.
to you a little bit at the Josie's, but it was so, dude, that was so fast paced.
Very
Like,
fast.
and literally, like, there was times where, I mean, like for example, my little friend here, little country kid Nico, that's in the chat. He was there, right? And I met this kid the night before. I met his family, fell in love with them. And I just looked at the camera and I go, I'm sorry, Josie's, but I'm going longer than 30 seconds on this one. Like, it's like, but they started out with like 90 seconds. And then as the night went, they were like, okay, you got to drop down. You got to drop down. And by the time we were done, we were down to like 20 seconds. And I'm like, you can't ask any questions in 20 seconds. It was,
I don't understand how they would. Yeah.
it was crazy. So I think next year they're doing it earlier. I think they've moved the time to like September. So it's not so close to the CMA awards, right? And
Not so cold.
yeah, not so cold, and not so cold. And also, I think that they're going to start. They're going to start earlier too to give the media village a little bit more time. So which is good because that was my first remote experience since I've started this thing.
Mhm.
And dude, I'm telling you, by the time the night was done, I was wore
Oh, I'm
out.
sure.
I guarantee you, I did over 80 interviews that night, and starting at 90 seconds, 90
Yeah.
seconds, and then by the time we were done, we were down to 20 seconds. Like for the last
Yeah, just
5 or
fast.
6 people, like
Yeah.
gotta hurry,
Like,
gotta
come
go,
on, come
gotta
on,
go.
come on, come on, come on,
Yeah.
come on.
It was crazy. It was crazy, but
Pretty soon it was like, "Hi, I'm Chaz. Thank you for the interview."
almost, yeah.
I'm Chaz.
exactly.
What kind of music you sing?
Yeah.
Country? All right,
Country-
great.
All right, thanks.
Country
I
hood.
approve this message.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of people don't know, and it's okay. I love it because it kind of, I understand why they did it, but they actually had set questions that we were allowed to ask. Like we didn't, like I couldn't, there were open conversations too, if we had time, but for the most part, they were like, we want you to ask these questions.
Really?
So yeah,
That's really weird.
yeah, and so. But I mean, it's fine. I understand why they did it because it's a timing thing, and past experiences. They'd get people in there talking about the last night's football game for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
and the line. So
And
I
two, they
understand
might
why
be
they did it.
they might want to splice things together too. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Same
Yeah.
question, different
Right.
answer type of thing.
Right, yeah. So I was supposed to send all of my interviews, and I don't know. I think I've maybe sent 20 out of the 80. I'm still editing them. There was so much. There was so much. So if hopefully they're good with their 20 because it's a lot of work. I'm a one-man show, so I'm getting to a position where I'm not going to be soon, but for the most part, with the exception of Living Loud, I'm a one-man show. But
I feel your pain.
yeah,
I still do all of my own booking. Well, when I was touring on the little small casino circuit, I had agents, but now for the last 6 years, I do my own booking, my own managing, my own social media. So I feel your pain. There's no time to do much.
props to you, and I will tell you this, and I've told other artists this. I've told artists that I manage this, that you should probably start out doing it all yourself to have a sense of how the business runs, because a manager is what? He's managing your business. He's not managing you. He's managing your business. And so if you don't know your business, then how are you going to make sure that somebody's, you have to be able to hold them accountable. Right.
Yeah.
So, I've even, like I said, I mean, DJ in here, I've told him this. I'm like, look, at this point, you really don't need me, but I'm glad to be your manager and I'm glad to help you. I will do anything you need me to do. I'll help you. You want me to be here. That's fine. But at this point in your career, I told my other artists the same thing. You don't need me. You're not, there's a lot you can do on your own without me, but I'm happy to do it. Right. So, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have them in my life, and I'm blessed to, that they do want me in their life, helping them with their career. So I can't complain. And, but the truth is the truth, and So I hats off to you for sure, man, because
Yeah.
you got a lot on your plate being the artist too, for sure.
Oh yeah, and it's really funny. I got a great group of guys. My band here. Every time I've changed band members and grew, I've been very fortunate that most of the time it was an upgrade. Every now and then you get you a dud when I still lived in Nashville, but
Yeah,
since I've been in Florida, I've had some great groups of guys with me. But
yeah,
people always ask to go, so you have any kids? I said, no, I got a band.
yeah,
I love these guys, but
yeah.
it's
It's like
it
having
is
kids.
keeping a family
Yeah,
together.
yeah, it is.
I'm not trying to call them kids, but it is like, you're organizing, you're keeping everybody happy, you're dealing
Yeah,
with their schedules. So in that aspect, it is like a family,
yeah.
trying to
What part
keep
of
everyone.
Florida?
What's that now?
What part of Florida?
I'm in Clearwater, Florida.
Clearwater. Okay.
Clearwater.
Good
Yeah.
good friend of mine, Kendall Tucker, is in Ocala. He's
Oh
also
yeah.
he actually does hip hop, country rap.
Okay. We go
Yeah,
out there to the rodeo
yeah,
in
yeah.
Ocala.
So
Yeah.
he
Come
actually
on.
has a Kendall has a hometown show that he does in or usually Ocala or Oxford area that he does every year. I think he's already got it planned this year, but I need to introduce you to, especially since you're in Florida.
Sure.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
does that hometown show every year. It's usually a pretty huge success, man. Like he's had Colt Ford and a lot of people. Brantley Gilbert, he's friends with Brantley. I mean, he's had a bunch of people at the show.
Oh
And
man, that
I
would be
think
awesome.
I think he
Yeah.
just made the announcement last week of who he's already got. But I need to introduce you guys for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Shoot me a link. I'd like to just see
yeah.
see what all he does.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he does a mixture when he does his show. He does a mixture of different. Like he's got his hip hop artist and he's got his country artist, and I think he'll even throw in some rock groups in there every now and then. So he's very diverse as well. It's funny how I met him. I met him through my cousin in Ocala. Was his football coach. So that's
Oh,
kind of how
okay.
Kendall and I met. But great guy. You'd love him, and since you're in Florida, and maybe you guys could collab and do some stuff. So I'll make sure to link you two up for sure.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I was in Nashville for 17 years, and I realized there was one thing missing in my life, and that was salt water. I like to deep sea fish. So,
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah.
Me, not so much. I don't know why it is. I when I was a kid, I loved it, man. I used to love going to Florida. So my grandmother's place was right around the corner from the old Burt Reynolds horse ranch in
Yeah.
Ocala,
Oh wow.
Florida. And
Okay.
so I remember going down there as a kid, and we'd go. My dad loved him, and my his stepdad loved going and getting oysters. So we'd take Papa Day's boat out. We'd go get oysters, and we'd go. I'd swim in the ocean while they were doing that, and I used to love it as a kid. But now I don't know what it is. I just don't like sand, and I don't like salt water.
Yeah.
I'll go and I'll have a good time, but it's just not my thing, man. I'd rather be up in the mountains. Give me, put me out in the middle of the woods with a rifle and let me hunt or let me catch some trout or like let me do something, man. I'm all about the cold weather and mountains.
Oh, gotcha, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
No, I
sure.
get it. I get it. We do visit some family, or I would call them family. They're friends, but they're light family up in Idaho and Wyoming. And you ride. We take the side by sides out in the back country
Yeah,
and all that. And
yeah. I have a
oh
Jeep. I'm a
my
big
God,
off
that's some of the
roader.
most beautiful spots in the entire United States. But the deep sea fishing for me is my disconnect.
Yeah,
I'm a people person and an extrovert,
yeah,
but when I need my time, I don't want to see houses, people. I don't see anything. I want to
yeah,
see the water. And I mean, I'm talking. I don't do the beach a whole lot. I'm not really a beach
Yeah.
guy. I as much as I am. I like sandbars,
yeah,
but the beach was cool when I was younger. Now
yeah.
it's like you said,
I,
after an hour or so,
yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. Like the sand and the salt when you come out
I
the
think
water.
that's it. Like you could put me on a boat with a pole in my hand in the ocean. I'd probably be good.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah, but
that's what I'm
yeah,
talking about. That's what I
yeah,
love.
yeah,
That's what I
absolutely.
do. I mean, we're 30, 40 miles out when I go, so
Yeah, yeah.
we, we,
I could dig
we,
that for sure. Yeah,
that's the thing. Now, sandbar is not so bad when you're on the boat and you can get the sandbar. That's kind of cool to chill on the sandbar.
yeah,
When you're out again, it's out in the middle. We're talking about a sandbar that's out in the Gulf, so
yeah.
you don't have tourists on the beaches, none of that. It's the only
Right.
way you can get there is by boat. That's a different vibe. That
I
that
will
I
say probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had was in Grand Cayman. We were on a cruise. We went to Grand Cayman, and they took us out to a sandbar, and we actually got to swim around stingrays.
Oh,
Like,
there you
and like actually get to feed them and everything. It was kind of cool. I guess the tourist companies go out there and they catch them and they clip the barbs off of them, and they tell you when you're out there, scoot your feet in the sand, don't lift your feet. And so it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, at one time I had a stingray in my arms. It was, like this wide, and it's like right there and in my face.
Wow.
You're talking about Grand
Caymans. It's pretty cool. It was, and that was the Grand Caymans. It was pretty cool.
Dude, I bet I remember that. You may not remember her name, but it's probably Matilda, because she had like a 6-foot wingspan, and she swam into your arms, and you could just pet her.
Yeah, she was big.
Yeah, my wife and I did that about 2 or 3 years ago. It was in Grand Cayman.
Okay, yeah, great experience, man. Did you go to the turtle farm?
Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Where you can, you're talking about the turtle farm?
The sea turtle farm.
Yeah, where you can swim with them.
I think that when we were there, that was closed for some reason, but they did have an area where you could do that. But yeah, that was
that's
cool.
crazy, dude. That was the same. That was probably the same excursion we did. Yeah.
Probably so. Did you go to hell?
Huh?
Did you go to hell?
No.
There's a little like convenience store in the middle of nowhere that they drove us by, and we stopped, and it's called Hell.
What?
Yes. It's in the Grand Caymans. So it was like you can tell everybody I went to Grand Caymans, I went to hell.
Nervous. I'm like,
it's like, bruh, I don't know what you talking about. I'm living right though, my boy. See this cross around my neck?
Hey,
yeah, no.
Demon be gone. Demon be gone.
Yeah. Eldon, get away from me. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was
what
funny
road are you
though.
trying to
Like
take
it was
me down,
like
Eldon?
It was like this little convenience store in the middle of nowhere in the tour bus on the way to the sand, but like where we getting on the boat for the sandbar, like we're gonna stop in hell, and I'm like, what?
That is so funny.
Yeah.
There's so many husbands out there go, I don't want to go home.
I don't.
That's what I'm vacationing from.
No
Straight
doubt.
up.
No doubt. So, well, gentlemen, we are at the top of the hour, and I will extend it a little bit more. If either one of you want to play something acoustically, it's entirely up to you. I don't know if you guys prepared for it, but if you want to, we can. If not, we can end it here, call it a night, and get back to our lives.
I mean, I have some new music on my computer I can play for you guys, but I don't have all my stuff with me.
You can only play 20 seconds, or it'll.
Well, it ain't out yet.
Oh, okay. That's
you know what I'm
you,
saying,
brother? That's up to you.
I would love to. I'd love to hear you just the opinion on it. I got Chasing Me coming out in a month. You know what I mean? We'll show you a little something.
Okay.
Let me set it up real quick. Hold on, give me a sec.
All right, sounds good. You got anything, Chase?
Yeah.
Or Chaz?
Chaz. See, I got you.
I said it again.
There it was.
Twice. I did it twice.
That's
Chaz,
it. You know what I'm
so
going to do? That's 2 strikes. On the third one, I'm going to superimpose your head on the cross-dressing bartender, and this bar sucks.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, I'm just messing, man. So I don't play guitar myself, so we'll let him do his share his music. But one thing I do want to share is how everybody can connect with me. ChazCollins.com is my website, CHAS. You can jump on there, get on our email list. You get all the news. We won't give away your email. You just get all the big news, all the things that are happening. So we won't spam you, just really big things in my career that happen. And then Chaz Collins music across the board on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of that, all the socials.
All your social and all your streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all that.
Yep. On Apple, Spotify.
Chaz Collins music.
Yep, all that stuff. And we're going to have something really cool coming up. So be sure to follow us on all the platforms. We're going to have something really cool coming up. We're going to give away a signed acoustic guitar to the fan that shares our post the most.
Awesome.
We've got a program that allows us to figure that out and keep tabs on everything. So we're going to do a big a giveaway with that, and then it's just going to get bigger and bigger.
Sounds good, man. I like it.
So.
For sure. Live paused. Wow. Okay.
Hold on. We're here though.
No,
we're
that's
back.
okay. That's okay. I know. It's all right. It's all good, man. While you're still setting up, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the RDD
Yeah, here's
Nashville.
the studio, boys.
We
got the studio. We got all the waters.
Dang.
Heck yeah.
Look at him go, man. Look Look at him go. Hey, I was going to tell you, if you ever need another mix master or whatever, just because maybe your guy's not available, hit me up. I'm connected with Tim Jeff out of Nashville, and also
Uh-huh.
William Bowser
Oh, okay.
out on the East Coast. William Bowser is awesome. So I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he actually used to do probably 90 to 95% of all of Jay-Z's label. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, William's good.
Gotcha.
mix
Oh,
master.
I wanted to ask you too, really quick. Am I cool to mention my sponsor?
Yeah, absolutely. Go
All right,
right
cool.
ahead. Yeah.
I just want to give a big shout out to Johnny Zimzicki of Zimzicki Vodka. He is hands down the sponsor, the believer in my business of the Chaz Collins brand
Yeah.
that has really helped us grow, both from recording music to music videos. A big shout out to him. A big shout out to James Sisk. Also, my buddy Mike Alford, my wife, Dot Irish. She's been there. I've been very lucky to have a wife that is all in on this music business thing and does nothing but
Nice.
lift it up, promote it, and she puts as much into it as I do. And it's
Awesome.
just that be surrounded with that much support, man, is
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah, we're
That's
no
awesome.
a lot of us are nobody without a strong woman behind us, man. I'll tell
Come
you.
on. Amen.
Sure.
And then
Let's
if
go.
anybody needs help with their branding, Inner Circle Studio also does a lot with us. He's actually my drummer. He's got his own company there, Inner Circle Studio. You connect with him, and he helps with branding. He's turned my career around as well. He's a big part of that too.
Right on.
So
Right on.
Awesome.
I'm not much of a drinker these days, but I do take a sip every now and then, and I like, so maybe it might have to, send me one of them
yeah.
bottles of vodka.
Yeah. Now that we can talk about.
Hey, come on.
So,
That's
real
awesome.
quick, while I think Adam's about ready to go, but I want to talk a
Yep.
little bit about the RDD Nashville experience. For those that don't know about it, this is for independent artists, and this is a competition that I'm doing. I'm the executive producer. I am contracted with Kent Wells Studio out of Nashville, Tennessee, Music Row, which is one of Dolly Parton's studios. One of the owners is Kelly James Productions, and he's going to be the producer for the winner. I will also be the executive producer of that. But basically, what it is right now we're in round one. On the 31st of this month, the judges are going to go through 20 demos. They're out of the 20 demos. They're going to decide which 6 artists get to go to the competition in February. There'll be 6 artists. They'll compete in front of the judges live in February. One winner will go to the finals in July. We'll repeat that process where we have entries in March, competition in April, entries in May, competition in June, finals in July with 3 winners. One of those winners will get round trip airfare to Nashville, hotel stay. They will get to set and write with a hit songwriter in Kelly James studio, or in Kent Wells studio with Kelly James Productions and the hit songwriter, myself. Here's the, I got people, okay, what's the fine line? What's the fine print? What's the kicker? There's really not much of a kicker to this. I am very 100% independent artist focused. I'm also about artist development as well. And I think that's something that's dead that we need more of is artist development. And so I am signing over 95% of the masters to this song that is written, the co-write. And so basically, as the executive producer, I'll have obviously executive producer royalties. I'll have publishing royalties, and I'll have 5% of the masters, right?
Sure.
And the reason why I did that is not to because I want anything out of it other than, I've put a lot of time and effort into this. I'm spending a lot of money for the competition myself. So, if that song does go somewhere, 5% is not much to ask for. Right.
Yeah. Totally.
And I've got to make a living too, but also at
Amen.
the same time, I want to be able to help independent artists grow. It's a great competition. It's not a TikTok competition. It is a Nashville competition. We are doing it on TikTok. So your entries are January 1st to the 15th was round 1, and then we got March 1st to the 15th and May 1st to the 15th. That's the entries. It's completely raw. No, you can use a mic, but no reverb, no compression, no effects, no plugins. So if you don't play, you can have somebody play acoustically for you. And you know, they're a part of your team in the winnings, right? So that's kind of where we're at with that. And like I said, we're getting ready to the 31st. We're going to be doing our first round of judging for the demos to see what 6 artists go to the competition. So if you know anybody or you're interested yourself, you know, March, there's a second round. You can enter a demo. Red Dirt Disciple 76 at gmail.com. Red Dirt Disciple 76 at gmail.com. There's 3 videos of it pinned on my profile here. You can check it out. If you want the information, I'll send it to you. I can do that. But great way for independent artists to be able to not only get, and the reason why we call it the RDD Nashville experience is because you're getting the full experience. You're getting to go to a Nashville studio. You're getting to stay in Nashville. You're getting to sit with a hit songwriter and work with a Nashville producer. So it is the full Nashville experience.
That's cool.
So yeah, so that's where we're at. So Adam, without further ado, let's hear it.
Yeah, let's play some music. That's why we're here, right, boys?
Yeah.
All right, so this is one of the new singles I got coming out called Chasing Me. Let me know if you guys can. Oh, here we go. You guys hear that fine?
Yes, sir.
I thought the neon signs would light my way when I left the dirt where I first learned to fly. I gave it the best years that I won't get back, and it broke more than it ever gave me back. I kept rolling past the signs I should have read, but the wrong road still led me right here instead. I traded quiet for sea. I tried to find home and sold out shore, but these water boats at the end of the bay, there's 2 little voices messing with my head. This ain't the life that I thought I would need, but it turns out that's what's chasing me.
All right, that's a little preview, boys.
I can tell you feel what you're singing there.
Yeah, that is for sure. This is definitely one that is dear to my heart, and kind of like just a story about, you know, the transition from racing dirt bikes and having 2 boys and figuring out, you know, like, man, there's so much underneath the lights that is so cool, but you realize what you have at home and what you get to experience with your 2 kids it's crazy when the lights are off, how amazing it is behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Good song, man. I like it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you sharing. I am being summoned by my wife. She is ready. She is ready to retire for the night, guys. So I appreciate you guys coming in tonight. I appreciate you guys, you know, taking time out of your personal lives to come and hang out with me. And I can't expand myself. Living Loud, can you expand me over, please? I'm trying. It's not working. And I'll give my little spiel. There we go. So again, I appreciate you guys. I know, you know, we're all busy. You know, the music industry is hustle. Let's go. Especially when you're in a position like Chase over here that's doing so much. You got a lot, Chaz. I did it. You get to transpose my face.
I'm transposing his face on that video.
I don't know why I keep wanting.
Yes, let's go, baby.
No, wait, here's the deal, man. I have 3 other artists that I have interviewed named Chase, and I have no free. So for some reason, when I see your name,
we gotta backlog this, Chaz.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure that he's telling the truth. I don't know if I fully believe it.
Go. Okay, I'll send you their names and their profiles. So, man, Chaz, gosh, I'm so sorry, man. Whew, I'm a horrible host. I suck. Joe Rogan, I'm sorry. So, but I appreciate you guys again. One more time, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me tonight and taking time from your lives. I know we're all busy, so appreciate you guys. And remember, Jesus loves you. I love you. Stay humble. Hustle hard. Let's go. Have a great night, guys. Thanks.
Heck yeah, peace out.
Yeah, we'll see y'all. Chaz.
Can't wait to see you.